Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games, and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975 and something a little bit different. A toy review, if you will. My very good friend Jeremy, aka Ultramaximus, he's been a friend of mine since the second year of my channel. That would be 14 or so years ago. That's insane how long I've known this guy. I've known this guy longer than some of my friends in the real world over here. He's been incredibly kind to me and generous to me over the years, and yeah, I thoroughly recommend you go and check out his channel, especially if you like Transformers, but also Star Wars, Masters of the Universe. You name a brand that you have nostalgia to, if you are Generation X like myself and he is, then he, I guarantee, has covered it. Some highlights of the stuff he does is his 31 reviews of horror figures for Halloween and his Advent countdown. So he is in my channel list, but I will put a link to his channel in the doohickey down below. He very recently sent me this. It is a Transformer Legacy hot rod figure. Now these have been released in various sort of packaging and, you know, versions over the years. Now I don't have a hot rod, but I do have something from the, I think these are called core figures. You'll have to excuse me, toy reviews are not my thing. I promised Jeremy I would do a toy review. I've done a few of them over the years and I've just never been happy with how they've come out, because toy reviews aren't really my metal. Ha! See what I did there? Because, you know, Transformers, never mind. But I do have something which is from the same line of figures, but when it was previously packaged a little bit different, and that would be, I have this Soundwave from Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron. So yeah, now when I say core line of figures, these are like their entry level figures, but also I grew up with Transformers Generation X. Obviously it was my toy line of choice after Transformers. I would go into my history and love of it. Instead, I'll link a video in the doohickey down below where I talk about my love for Transformers and some of my memories, and go over all the remaining childhood toys I still have. So that will bring you up to speed on what a big part of my life Transformers was. But I will say this, I saw Transformers the movie in the cinema. I absolutely loved it. I loved Optimus Prime, don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved it. But when he died, and I was like, what, in 1986, 11? When he died, I was like, he's dead. He's passed the mantle on. Now he's passed the mantle on to Hot Rod, who's become Rodimus Prime. And I was on board with that. Rodimus Prime is my favourite Transformer of all time. Rodimus Prime is the GOAT. But anyway, getting away from the product. So when we were kids, we had like the mini bots, didn't we? I guess mini cons, and that was our entry level figures. These are on a whole different, you know, level. I mean, they're incredibly expensive Transformers that go up to massive amounts of money. But for entry level figures, the details on these are incredible. Plus the box is really nice. Also, it's the new inline thing that Hasbro does now because of the environment and cutting down on packaging. There is no plastic. There is no, you know, bubble or blister, which is a shame, because I like my blister packs, I like my bubble packs, probably because I grew up on them. But you know, the environment and stuff like that. So you get an open, I was going to say an open casket, Age Plus, you get the Autobot sign, a really nice picture of Hot Rod in his car form there. On the side you get a picture of him in his robot form. I don't know if you can see that, but that seems to be a little bit more detailed. I'm not complaining, that's just what they do, than what we have in the box. On the back you get to see him in his car form, and you get to see him in his robot form with a sword, because we all remember, I was going to say Rodimus, Hot Rod having a sword. And then on this side here you just get a nice little montage of Transformers and stuff like that. Now, can you get into this? Yes, you can, without without breaking it, because like I said, Jeremy has sent me a bunch of stuff over the years, and I don't, and I know it drives them nuts, sorry mate, but I don't open shit. I just don't. That was very satisfying. Open stuff, I never have. I think stuff looks just like far more dandy to be displayed in the box. However, I will say this, I do like that. I like it a lot. That it comes on that nice little slide out tray like that. Are there any instructions? Yes, there are instructions. Now, and they're nice ones. Health and safety, I'm Generation X. We won't be worried about shit like that. But yeah, so you get to see the instructions there. Robot to car, anything on the back. The second half of the instructions. I like that. That's nice. Alright, granted it's not full colour, but what you're going to do, like I said, these are cool little mini figures. As you can see here, the detail on this is superb. I'm not going to lie, I never open stuff, but when I do, it does make me remember like how satisfying it is. Oh, look. Oh, I see what you did there. So, let's have a look at the figure. Apologies if this is a bit of a weird camera angle, like I said. Toy reviews aren't my thing. So it has, its shoulders move, has articulation at the elbows. I say his shoulders move, that's about it, but I guess it counts. It's a bit stiff, awkward. His head moves. Let's move the arms back. He has knee articulation and he has waist articulation. Now, like I said, if you showed me this when I was a kid, this would have absolutely blown me away. I know we've come a long way since I was a kid with, you know, toy design production and stuff like that, but this looks absolutely fantastic. In fact, if I was a kid and you just blew this up to a regular, say, Optimus Prime, you know, or Jazz, you know, Prow, Hound kind of size, it would have been better than those. This is insanely nice. Detail on the back. There's his bonnet. I have cheated and looked up a review on how to transform this because I didn't want this video to be me faffing around, boring the shit out of you if I'm not already doing that. So you can see that his bonnet is already there, which is what threw me off, because when I was looking at this and I was fiddling around with it, you know, and thinking just now, if I didn't see the instructions, this is the bonnet where it doesn't move. What do we do here? But yeah, this is a thoroughly nice figure. Let's get into this. Easy there. Right, does it go into his hand easy enough? Yes, it does. So it's an Energon sword, I'm guessing. But yeah, so that's really rather quite cool. I do like that. Like I said, I do like the detail on this. His face sculpt is absolutely resplendent, if you will. You can see the tailpipes on his arms, and the wheels move, which I would bloody cocoa, because like I said, if you look on the back, it looks like a really cool. This is the thing that blows me away about these figures now, which is if you look on the back, that the detail of that car is just, it's better than most of the stuff on the larger ones we had as kids. So let's see if I can remember how to transform this. So arms go up like that, and then they go off. It is ball jointed though, so that's alright. It's stiff. Awkward. There we go. I don't want to force it too much because everything's going to be an innuendo now. I don't want to break it. Right, this is the bit where I get confused. So this goes up. There we go, like that. So, yeah, it just needs some manipulation. It needs dinner first, and then you can ply it with drinks, and jobs are good. And right, yeah, it's just a bit stiff. Right, so this is where it gets interesting. So that's clipped in place, but you want to do this first. There we go. and then this here, and then because the windshield is underneath the bonnet, and you move it around this here. Like I said, this is a very, very cool little transformation for such a small toy. And he's done it. Look at that. That goes down. So that actually clicks in inside this piece here. Oh. And there we have it. I'm quite impressed with that. A little bit more manipulation and we'd have tighter seams. It seems to be that this is a bit pressured here, and then that goes on there, which even as a kid, yeah, even as a kid I would never bother doing stuff like that. I think it doesn't, because it looks like what it is. It looks like you stuck a sword on the back of your sports car. It looks like some of the tricked up Civics you see downtown in Bristol. Yeah, that won't do for me. But that, honestly, for such an entry-level figure, is insane. Look at it. You can see the seams and everything like that, obviously. Wait a minute. Does that go underneath? I think it's just a question of transform it loads, and then as it's like, you know, loosens up like that. There we go. My bad. It will oh look, that comes off. It will get perch better, if you will. But yeah, I had to do this as I promised. Jeremy, aka Ultramaximus, and yeah, I'm really rather quite impressed with that. It does move. Obviously it doesn't like to move on carpet because it's used to a steel planet, but you know, we'll forgive those apples. This is my OCD. Would have liked an Autobot symbol on his chest, just because obviously they put one on there, but we can't stay mad at that because obviously there's a split in the middle of the bonnet, or hood if you will, and obviously once you've got it transformed, don't do what I do, ignore your OCD and leave it, because the more you fiddle with it the more you're going to make it look bad. But yeah, generally quite impressed with that. Massive thank you to Jeremy for that. Transformers Legacy Autobot Hot Rod. Yeah, what a cool little entry. Leave it, Dave. It's like Mum always said, you don't stop picking, it'll never heal. Yeah, really little cool entry level figure. I mean, like the detail on this for, you know, its size and its articulation, it's absolutely superb. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Do you want me to do some more toy reviews? I can fight my OCD and open stuff. Maybe, but yeah, do you have any of these? In general, what do you think of Transformers? Did you grow up with them? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you again, Jeremy. You are good people. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.